This is DRF, Race of the Day. Dan Illman, Mike Beer, the DRF Race of the Day for Wednesday, August the 25th. Race number 9 at Saratoga. Let's throw up the field for the John's Call Stakes. They are going 13 furlongs on the Mellon Turf Course. $120,000 is the purse. The restricted stake, it's horses for non-winners of a graded sweepstake on the turf in 2021. Moretti's 3-5, but also main track only. So Sham Rocket is the morning line favorite. I guess deservedly so, Mike. Good third in the Bowling Green last time out. Seems to have appreciated stretching out to these distances.
Yeah, he likes distance. He's just a really consistent horse. I don't think he's any kind of superstar, but they've tried him in a couple of major graded stakes races recently. He held his own in those races without ever looking like he was going to win. He certainly looks like a player in here.
I wonder if this is the spot for Red Knight. We've been waiting for Red Knight to duplicate his triple-digit Beyer speed figure victory in last fall's Sycamore at Keeneland. He's run some good races. The Bowling Green last time out didn't break very well. First-time blinkers for Bill Mott. This is a horse that, again, is a difficult horse to ride. He must behave himself. And what does he do if there's no speed? Let's throw up the time from U.S. Pace Projector. Gray Bar.
Yeah, I mean, this kind of scenario, if it plays out this way, might hurt Red Knight more than it hurts anybody else in this field. He likes to sit back and make one kind of run in his races. He's pretty good. The distance is no problem for him. Personally, Dan, as big a fan of his as I am, I'm having a tough time getting a read on him so far in 2021. He didn't run well off the layoff. I thought he ran pretty well, though, when he was second in the Louisville behind Arklow. 3 starts back. He had a little bit of a trip, 2 back at Belmont in a little bit of traffic. Maybe there's enough of an excuse there to go back to him. He just didn't run his best race last time. If he runs his best race here, he's a contender.
Moretti entered main track only, would be heavily favored and way the horse to beat if this race is washed off the grass. But we'll move to his stablemate, the 3 Sham Rocket, and his third place effort in the Bowling Green. We'll watch that race right now. There was a good solid pace going on in this race for Sham Rocket, a horse who has the tactical speed to adapt to any kind of a scenario, I believe. And he comes with an okay run to finish third behind Cross Border and Rock Emperor. Class relief here for Sham Rocket, to be sure.
Yeah, it's an easier spot. He runs his typical race in here. Then I thought he ran fine. As you mentioned, the pace was there for him to set up his run. You can see him there. He's just kind of, racing on to the end. This isn't a big, strong finish for him, but he gets up for third. It's a fine performance. It's what you've come to expect from this horse. He shows up and he runs every time.
Michael Maker's MO is he likes to claim horses that he feels will appreciate longer distances, especially on the turf. He took a Journey to Freedom last summer at Del Mar for $80,000, and he finally got a win into him last time out, and what a win it was. Now winners of 2 other at Saratoga. Let's watch this race. Joel Rosario was saving ground, wanted to come up the inside. Well, it's not there. He steadies sharply, gets into the 2 path. For a second, he's like, well, I'm going to find a hole right here. Well, that's not there. Going to have to alter course sharply to the far outside. Joel takes a peek behind, sees no one's coming, and a Journey to Freedom blasts by these horses, and he loves distance.
Yeah, pretty good kick there. It took him a little while to get clear. Obviously, he had to re-engage at the end. He did it, closed that race down. Really nice performance. I thought he ran well, going 2 miles, 2 back as well, Dan. Got a pretty good trip in that race, but he was running on to the end, so it makes you feel like the 1 mile and 5/8 isn't going to be a problem.
Conviction Trade, another horse claimed by Maker. Maker took this horse for $50,000 in the fall, and he's turned him into a graded stakes-placed runner. Last time out, beaten 3 lengths in a race where I thought the setup was there, but he did fall very far behind early. He has shown more speed in the past.
Yeah, I mean, that last race, they're off of a little bit of a layoff. I mean, he just didn't break out of the gate there. I think it just left him totally out of position. Especially for him, since Maker's taken over, they've been more forward with this horse going longer distances. So once he didn't break, he wound up last. He's out in no man's land around the second turn, trying to come around very wide to the stretch. I thought all in all, he ran fine last time. Dan, this isn't a horse I've ever been that much of a fan of, but I do think that Maker has done the right thing with him. He's sort of that one-geared kind of horse. And when they go longer distances with him, they can just put him up close and let him find his stride. And I think that gives him a real chance in a race like this one. His race 2 back in the Belmont Gold Cup, I mean, if you just go back and watch it, it's a 2-mile race over yielding turf. I don't know what the plan was there. They went very aggressively early in that race to try to take it over, got hooked on the pace, It was pretty fast in there. I think he ran a lot better than it looks.
Fantasioso, the number 6, removes the blinkers. I thought this horse ran very well in the Louisville 3 starts back. The running line may not look like it. He was 7th in that race, but I thought he ended up in traffic, and the jock was never able to really ask this horse for much run, and he was kicking on at the very end. He ran well in the Belmont Gold Cup when he got a setup to be second, and then the UN last time out, he got wired by an extremely sharp horse in a race where horses like Fantasioso and Arklow got into trouble on the far turn.
Yeah, this horse did get into a little bit of trouble there, and then just couldn't make an impact. I thought his Belmont Gold Cup was pretty good. The kind of race that did set up well for him, and I thought he got a good trip, but he also did outfinish the Journey to Freedom. He ran fine in there. I don't know, Dan, I think you and I kind of look at him the same. He's had, a couple of races where you feel like maybe if things had gone a little bit more in his favor, he could have been closer. I still don't know how good this horse is.
Rise the Guy is the number 7. I know you're a fan of this horse, Mike. He's run some sneaky good races on both dirt and turf, and now this will be his first start on the turf in over a year. The last time he raced on turf, soft going against a then sharp Factor This, who would come out of his win at Ellis Park to run second in the Turf Classic at Churchill with a 104 buyer, then win the dinner party at Pimlico with a 110. Timeform US believes this horse could control the pace, and with Louis Saez aboard, I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case.
Yeah, I guess they'll just go in here and see what happens as he returns to turf. Personally, I think Conviction Trade's going to be forward in this race as well, but we'll see. That doesn't mean that Rise the Guy can't get a good trip in here. And I guess ultimately he's just better on turf, Dan. I tried to, talk myself into him as a dirt horse, and that hasn't worked out.
I think Serve the King is a major contender in this race. I think 3-1 is a little bit light on the morning line. Serve the King ran well, I thought, in the UN last time. But again, he was wired by Tribhuvan, and he kind of never really got clear until very late in the game. And when he did, he was running on for a minor award. He's run some fast races. I have a feeling Chad might have him set to go in his 3rd start of the year.
Yeah, I feel the same way about him. He's just not the kind of horse that I want to take, some kind of super short price on here as he stretches out again. He did run fine last time. A little bit of traffic. I doubt it cost him anything, but he was over behind horses there in the upper stretch.
Let's throw up our top picks for Wednesday's race of the day. Pace could make the race. It'll be interesting to see if Conviction Trade can get to the front and slow it down. He's got to go slower than he did in the Belmont Gold Cup 2 starts back, and he's got to break better than he did last time.
Yeah, he's got to get out of the gate. I like this horse at longer distances, Dan. I just hope they go forward with him and sit a pretty nice trip up close this time. Again, I've never been a big fan of his. I think this might be the right spot.
I like the other maker, A Journey to Freedom. We saw all the trouble he overcame to win very easily last time out. Now, that was a questionable field. These are obviously much tougher horses, but this horse really wants the distance. He ran well in that Belmont Gold Cup also 2 starts back. 4, 8, 6, and 3 for me. 5, 1, 3, 4 for Mike in the John's Call Stakes, the Wednesday race of the day. Good luck.